Blueface, he fresh out of jail.
Shit.
He asked Chrisean, he like, is she a blue nose or is she a red nose? In other words, is she a Crip or a Blood? Now, her answer, she said she a Crip. How you feel about that?
That's just weird behavior. Why would you even pitch your baby mama in a situation like that for her to pick Bloods or Crips and she don't game and she don't know shit about it?
Word on the street is things just took a wild turn. After Tishawn's bold threats about sending people after Blueface, her new man has stepped into the spotlight and started airing out what's really going on. The drama's no longer just whispers online. It's unfolding in real time, and everyone's paying attention to how quickly loyalty, love, and reputation can collide when the streets get involved.
I'm thinking he finna, I got it, you feel me? Like, he finna get on his ass.
Yeah.
Shit. He in a pickup truck, this shit just gallop away. Bloop, 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 bloop,
Oh.
bloop, 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 bloop. Nigga, a fan pulled up. I'm so thirsty, a fan pulled up like, oh, you all right? I said, we jumped in his car. Follow that truck. So, nigga, the fan went to jail.
Yo!
They towed his car. You know, I gotta bail him out.
Yeah.
Got his car and shit out, but...
Did you end up getting the guy?
In case it slipped past you, Chrisean Rock has already moved on. And fast. Just weeks after her chaotic breakup with Hood Trophy Bino, she's now linked to Rising Rapper 3, also known as Top Hat 33K. Word is he's only 19. Phew. That makes him the fourth potential stepdaddy for Little JR in just 4 months. And honestly, he's barely grown himself. To make things even wilder, this is the same guy Blueface admitted he once chased down and fired shots at. The plot just keeps getting thicker. Phew, things in Chrisean Rock's world have been nothing short of explosive lately. Let's unpack this. Recently, Chrisean broke down in tears during an emotional rant at the airport, opening up about the chaos surrounding her and Blueface. You could hear the pain in her voice, not just anger, but genuine heartbreak. She confessed she's exhausted by the constant drama, saying Blueface seems to thrive on it while she's finally ready to step away from that kind of life. For her, it wasn't just another meltdown, it felt like a breaking point as she spoke. You could almost see the years of turbulence catching up to her. The public fights, the back-and-forth reconciliations, the endless cycle of love and betrayal. She said she's tired of being disrespected, embarrassed, and made to feel small, especially by someone she once defended so fiercely. And then came her warning, calm but chilling. There would be consequences for how he's treated her, according to Chrisean. Everything came to a head after an altercation at an arcade. She claimed the situation turned violent, saying she was stomped out, humiliated, and even forced to bark during a live stream, an incident that left her not just bruised physically, but broken emotionally. It was a public unraveling of what had clearly been simmering for months. She didn't sugarcoat anything either, flat out declaring that anyone who behaves like that, aka Blueface, deserves to be behind bars. At one point, she said she still needed to go to the hospital for bruises on her back, which she alleged came from that confrontation. The tone in her voice wasn't just anger, it was disappointment, the sound of someone realizing that love alone can't fix what's been shattered. And as if to drive the point home, she said her brothers, who are currently incarcerated, would have handled Blueface if they knew what went down. And her words, trying to reconcile with Blueface was her biggest mistake. She admitted she went back hoping for peace, maybe even closure, but instead found more chaos. At one point, she said maybe Blueface needs a cell or a shovel, a dark statement that spoke volumes about how done she truly was. Then came her thoughts on parenting. Chrisean made it clear that she no longer expects anything from Blueface as a father. She said her son doesn't need a dad who treats him like a clout prop, someone who only shows affection when cameras are rolling or when there's attention to gain online. According to her, he can't handle being around their baby for more than a few days unless it comes with social media engagement. She also revealed that she's left Los Angeles altogether, claiming she believes Blueface is trying to set her up, to either get her locked up or make her look unfit as a mother. Her words were heavy with paranoia and fear, but also with a sense of self-protection, like she's realizing she has to distance herself to survive, both mentally and emotionally. But of course, the story didn't stop there. Blueface's mother, Carlisa, jumped in with her own version of events, one that painted a completely different picture. Carlisa claimed that Blueface never laid a hand on Chrisean. Instead, she said the bruises Chrisean was showing came from a security guard who had to restrain her after she allegedly lashed out first. According to Carlisa, Blueface was actually shouting for the man not to hurt her. Carlisa also accused Chrisean of ruining Blueface's first day out of jail, a day that was supposed to be about reconnecting with his children. She said Chrisean showed up uninvited in a black truck, followed them around, and caused unnecessary chaos, even leaving her own baby behind without proper supplies. No diapers, no car seat, and no food. It's hard to tell whose version holds the truth, but what's clear is that the situation has spiraled far beyond the point of repair. Each side has their own narrative, and both are emotionally charged. What's most concerning is how public it's all become. Chrisean has been going live, clearly distraught, making serious threats toward Blueface while thousands of viewers watch in real time. You can see the trauma still sitting heavy on her, and while some fans empathize, calling her a woman in pain who's been pushed too far, others say she's trapped in a cycle she refuses to break, because let's be honest, this isn't the first time. Over the past couple of years, their relationship has played out like a never-ending storm. One minute they're professing love, the next they're fighting online, posting receipts, or airing out private business for millions to see. At one point, they were even making money off that dysfunction, turning toxic moments into viral content. It became entertainment for the internet, but for the people involved, it's taken a real emotional toll. Some fans have grown weary, saying they've seen this movie too many times. The highs, the lows, the tears, the apologies, and then the repeat. Others believe this time might actually be different. They see a woman who's finally realizing that love doesn't have to hurt, that her peace might be worth more than proving a point or saving a broken man, but not everyone's convinced. Carlisa has remained one of Chrisean's harshest critics. She's called her out repeatedly for what she views as misplaced priorities, saying that Chrisean puts men above motherhood. In one of her viral rants, Carlisa said, "You're on your fourth guy, and my grandson still doesn't have his own bedroom. You've got cars and jewelry, but where's his space?" Her words hit hard because they touch on a deeper question. Is Chrisean chasing healing or distraction? It's easy to forget that beneath the headlines and viral clips, she's still a young woman navigating fame, motherhood, and trauma, all under an unforgiving spotlight. The pressure, the public scrutiny, and the constant judgment would be enough to break anyone down. The truth is, Chrisean's story has become more than just gossip fodder. It's a reflection of how toxic love, unresolved pain, and public exposure can collide in dangerous ways. When every fight becomes content and every heartbreak becomes a trending topic, healing gets harder. Every move she makes is dissected, criticized, and reshared, making it almost impossible for her to grow quietly or recover privately. And yet, in moments like her airport breakdown, we catch glimpses of the human underneath the celebrity, the young mother who's tired of being misunderstood, the woman still trying to find herself after years of chaos. Whether people love her or loathe her, there's no denying that Chrisean Rock has lived much of her life in survival mode. At this point, many fans are hoping she'll finally take the time to focus on herself and her baby, to build something stable, something real, away from the noise and negativity. Because if there's one thing her journey keeps showing, it's that unresolved pain will always find a way to resurface, no matter how much fame or fortune you wrap around it. And maybe that's the biggest lesson in all this, that healing isn't about revenge or proving someone wrong. It's about stepping away from the chaos and finally giving yourself the peace you keep begging others to give you, that it's messy, it's emotional, and it's a heartbreaking reminder that when fame, family, and unresolved trauma collide, nobody walks away untouched. Let's just say the situation around Chrisean Rock keeps finding new ways to shock people. At this point, fans are practically begging her to slow down and focus, to show that she's creating a real, safe space for her son. As one critic put it, "We don't even need to see the luxury cars or the houses. Just show us a bed for the baby, something stable and peaceful that truly reflects growth and healing." And honestly, that sentiment didn't come out of nowhere. Before her current relationship, Chrisean was wrapped up with Hood Trophy Bino, and that, too, spiraled into chaos and confusion before completely falling apart again. The drama with Bino wasn't just a typical celebrity breakup. It was public, messy, and alarming. There was a viral incident in Las Vegas that made headlines when police and CPS were called to a hotel room where Chrisean and Bino were staying with their 2 babies. The live stream that triggered the intervention showed a chaotic environment: empty alcohol bottles, nitrous oxide tanks, smoke in the room, and, most concerning of all, children in the middle of it all. Fans couldn't help but question how anyone could call themselves a responsible parent while partying under those circumstances. Even after authorities arrived, the chaos didn't stop immediately. Bino was reportedly still filming while officers and CPS tried to assess the situation, and Chrisean was heard speaking off camera. Hotel staff corroborated the mess, stating the room smelled like alcohol and marijuana, with clothes, diapers, and nitrous canisters strewn across the suite. The incident even led to a $1,000 fine for Bino due to evidence of smoking in the room. While CPS eventually cleared the children and allowed the couple to remain in the suite, the images and reports circulated widely online, further fueling criticism about Chrisean's parenting choices and lifestyle. Fast forward to now, and the pattern seems to continue. Instead of taking time to heal and reflect after the public roller coaster with Blueface, Chrisean jumped into a new relationship with a 19-year-old rapper. To many, it looks less like romance and more like a coping mechanism, a way to outrun her feelings rather than process them. The age difference, while legal, has raised eyebrows because it seems like she's repeating the same cycles with someone who may not be fully equipped to handle the emotional weight and public scrutiny that comes with being involved with her. Her new boyfriend has already stepped into the spotlight, giving interviews about their relationship. He's trying to present himself as mature, calm, and supportive, claiming he trusts Chrisean completely and hasn't experienced any funny energy from her. He even defended her parenting, shutting down Blueface accusations that she isn't taking care of their child. However, he also chimed in on the ongoing drama surrounding gang affiliations, saying that Chrisean isn't involved in that lifestyle and shouldn't have been dragged into such dangerous situations. While it's clear he wants to appear supportive, the bigger question remains: can anyone truly step into Chrisean's world and bring her peace? Or is this relationship simply another chapter in a story that has for years been defined by chaos, drama, and public scrutiny? At this stage, what she likely needs most isn't another headline-making romance, but space, stability, and time to focus on herself and her son. The cycle Chrisean seems to be trapped in highlights a larger point about fame, trauma, and personal growth. It's one thing to live under the public eye, but it's another to have every personal misstep broadcast for millions of viewers to critique. Fans and critics alike are watching closely, offering opinions on her relationships, parenting, and choices. Some sympathize with her, acknowledging the pressures of being a young mother in the spotlight, while others insist she needs to slow down and prioritize healing over drama. Ultimately, the situation serves as a cautionary tale about the impact of unresolved trauma and the importance of self-reflection. Chrisean Rock's journey is messy, emotional, and highly public, but perhaps it's also an opportunity for her to finally hit pause, step away from the chaos, and create a safe, stable environment for herself and her child. Because at the end of the day, that's what truly matters. You might remember the viral incident in Las Vegas, where police and CPS stormed into a hotel after a live stream caught what looked like a complete disaster. Alcohol bottles everywhere, nitrous oxide tanks on the floor, smoke filling the air, and, disturbingly, 2 babies in the room, according to reports. Authorities arrived at around 4:50 p.m. after viewers flagged the live stream for potential child endangerment. Even as officers entered, Bino reportedly kept recording, while Chrisean could be heard talking off camera. Hotel staff had already complained about the smell of weed and alcohol coming from the suite, and security confirmed the space looked wrecked, clothes scattered, trash everywhere, and even used nitrous canisters left behind. When police entered, the room told its own story, emptied on Julio bottles, dirty diapers, and personal belongings strewn across the floor. The mess was so bad that hotel management fined Bino $1,000 for smoking inside. In the end, CPS and law enforcement allowed them to stay after ensuring the children were safe, but the whole ordeal left a stain on their image, especially for someone trying to rebuild her life as a mother, and then came the breakup, which everyone saw coming. Fans had long suspected Bino wasn't in it for love. His own baby mama later claimed he was using Chrisean for attention, and even alleged that his relationship with her was performative. The drama deepened when she made shocking claims about his sexuality, saying the only reason he was with Chrisean was because she caters to him. By the time it all fell apart, it was clear that chapter was never built to last. And yet, each new situation seems to pull Chrisean back into the same cycle: chaos, confrontation, and controversy, while the public keeps hoping she'll finally choose peace, stability, and something her son can truly grow up in. And just like that, instead of taking a breather to reflect or heal, Chrisean Rock jumped straight into a new relationship, this time with a 19-year-old rapper. It's becoming a pattern. One breakup ends, and another love story begins before the dust even settles. To many, it looks less like romance and more like a coping mechanism, a way to outrun the pain instead of facing it head-on. The age gap isn't illegal, but it's definitely raising eyebrows. Fans are questioning whether a teenager, no matter how confident or ambitious, is ready for the emotional weight and constant chaos that seems to follow Chrisean. And to make things even more interesting, her new man has already jumped into the spotlight, giving interviews and sharing a side of the story. In one of those clips, he tried to strike a balance between maturity and bravado, saying he's got no issue handling things like a man, but still tossing around street talk that made people wonder if he's really prepared for the attention that comes with dating Rock. He claimed he fully trusts her, saying she's never given him any reason to doubt her. No funny energy, no sneaky behavior. Then, he turned his focus to Blueface, calling him out for dragging Chrisean into gang politics she's never been part of. As he put it, she's not in that life. That's how people end up losing theirs in the streets. When it came to the baby situation, though, he actually spoke with a surprising level of calm. He said Chrisean called him to ask if she should let her son see Blueface, and he encouraged her to do it, saying he'd never want someone keeping his own child away from him. He even defended her parenting, shutting down Blueface's claims that she's neglecting their son. According to him, Blue only started saying that to chase attention after his engagement dropped off online. So far, he seems to be standing up for her in public, but the real question is whether he can help bring her some peace, or if he's just another chapter in the ongoing chaos. Because if we're being real, what Chrisean probably needs right now isn't another headline romance. It's time, space, and genuine healing energy. And honestly, if he really cares about her, he might need to be the one to tell her to stop making threats and throwing gang names around online, because that kind of energy never ends well, especially in today's climate. But what do you think? Is this new relationship a sign of growth, or just another spin on the same exhausting cycle? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below.